I am the rage and the worst, and I am back with another video that is about Vitaly. He is the dude that disrespected locals in the Philippines, and he is in prison awaiting trial. Gonna be doing about 2 years until his trial, and then we'll know what happens to him after that. But I was directed to this video. Thank you to everybody that directed me to this video. But I'm not thinking that there's going to be an update here, but what I was told was Vitaly is crashing out. So we about to see why he is crashing out, I guess. But yeah, original video is Slop Lord. Check out his channel, subscribe, and link is of course in the description of my video. But let's check this out. I do not know what to expect here. We're gonna find out. Let's go.
Alright guys, so Vitaly is absolutely panicking right now because his situation just keeps getting worse and worse. And
Really?
once you see where he's locked up, you'll understand why. This isn't some clean, cushy cell with a mattress and decent food. Where he's at right now.
Whoa. See, people was telling me about the prison in the Philippines. They said that they were overcrowded, and yeah, he ain't gonna like where he is staying. And of course, who likes being in prison? Like, nobody likes being in prison. I don't care if the prison is luxurious. You ain't gonna like being stuck somewhere to where you can't have freedom. You know what I'm saying? But whoa. Wow, I did not. Having visuals of something is a lot better than trying to come up with what you think it looks like, because seeing it, yeah, he is panicking. I bet you he regret doing what he did now. Ooh.
Is straight up out of a horror movie. We're talking about rusted bars, foul water, roaches and rats crawling everywhere, all the while being crammed into a tiny little room.
Oh, whoa, look at that. I bet you he regrets going to the Philippines and doing what he did now. You should have just sang with the locals, danced with the locals, enjoyed the locals, partying with the locals, being kind to the locals. They would have showed you a fantastic time. But now look at you. Man. Bet you he regretting it now.
With an insane amount of people. So let's just jump right into it.
Wow.
Now, according to the channel Legal Mindset, Vitaly was initially locked up in Camp Bagong Diwa, but he's gonna be transferred to another Philippines prison to serve his time. And guys, these Filipino prisons are absolutely no joke. And to make matters worse, if he's found guilty of everything they're hitting him with, he could be behind bars until he's 71 years old. So far, they've listed 7 separate charges: attempting to kiss and grab a security.
He could be locked up until he is 70. I bet you he wishing. He probably thought that he was just going to get deported. He thought he was just going to get a slap on the wrist. The Philippines don't play. To anybody that is a foreigner, that is a streamer, a YouTuber, it don't matter what you are. If you are just a regular person and this is information to you, don't go to another country and be disrespectful. It don't matter what the country is. Don't go to another country where you don't pay the bills and be disrespectful, because you're gonna get what's due to you. The Philippines made a statement here. They ain't playing. You ain't getting that slap on the wrist that you also used to getting. This ain't the first time he was in trouble. It probably wouldn't have been the last time if the Philippines would have just deported him. But they was like, no, he has to learn his lesson. I bet you regret going to the Philippines now, my boy.
Guard, trying to seize a firearm, taking videos without consent, mocking local security, filming in BGC without a permit, harassing an elderly woman, and harassing an instructor in Boracay. Now this is where Vitaly is going to see his entire life flash before his eyes. Because according to authorities, he will under no circumstance be released or allowed any sort of bail until his hearing. And guess what? The courts are so jam-packed and backed up that it's going to be around 2 to 3 years until his trial even begins. This means Vitaly's going to be spending minimum 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, because you got to wait in line. They got a lot of people that's waiting to get their trials, to get their hearings, and you ain't special. You ain't important. You got to wait.
Assuming he beats every single charge. So as of now, he's going to be locked up in Philippines prison until either 2027 or 2028. However, let's just say he gets convicted of even one of those charges. He's going to be sentenced to another 5 years on top of his current minimum. And like I said, as of now, there's about 7 charges, which means if we do some simple math here, 7 charges times 5 years minimum per charge, he's looking at a total of 35 years if convicted across the board. Currently, he's 33 years old. Let's say it's another 3 years for his trial to start, and then 35 years after he
better hope that in 2 years or 3 years, the Philippines is like, yeah, he learned this lesson. We just gonna let him go. I bet you he ain't gonna do this again. He ain't gonna pull these stunts no more. That is crazy. Wow, man. You cooked. You cooked, and not the good cooked. You just cooked. You fried chicken. Not even the good fried chicken. You burnt chicken. You overcooked. Jeez, you are cooked.
Gets convicted, he's gonna be 71 years old when he gets out. And if this actually goes through and they convict him, Vitaly's essentially kissing his entire youth goodbye. And remember what I said in the last video? Filipino officials are looking to make an example out of him.
Yeah.
They've had enough of these clout demons flying in just to treat the locals like NPCs in some twisted video game.
Yeah.
Well, according to one Filipino lawyer, he suggests that authorities might use a special penal code that instead of requiring proof of malice, the mere act is enough to convict him. So this means they don't even have to prove intent. They just have to prove that he did the action. And you guys already know this idiot recorded everything for his stream. So the evidence is literally right there.
It's right
All
there.
they have to do is play the videos in court.
You gave them the evidence to convict you. You literally played yourself. You just thought that you was going to get away with it, with a slap on the wrist, and that you was going to be deported back to America or Russia, and you was going to be good. But the Philippines said, not today, buddy.
And it's over for him.
Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! I'm gonna get arrested!
Alright, now what I really want to show you guys is the crazy conditions in the Filipino jails. This isn't some 2-person prison cell. This place is overpacked. A bunch of people jammed up in one tiny little space, sleeping shoulder to shoulder. There's no AC, and the temperature there gets up to 97.
No. Whoa. Ooh. That is crazy. Like, I am shocked. Seeing this, it's wild. Like, whoa.
Shoulder to shoulder. There's no AC, and the temperature there gets up to 97 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah, that's
He's
hot,
going to be surrounded by garbage everywhere. Water's going to be leaking from the ceiling and walls. But even worse, he's going to be locked away with all sorts of different inmates.
Yeah.
So he could be rubbing shoulders with murderers or, you know, just the worst kind of people imaginable. Ultimately, he would wish he was locked up in an American prison. And let's not...
And you better hope, because American prisons ain't good either. Like I said, no prison is good. It's called prison. But you better hope that he is being respectful to the inmates. You better be on your best behavior, because they ain't playing with you. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Stick out like a sore thumb. Like, that meaning is just, I don't understand it. Like, I'm programmed to say that, you know, but anyways, yeah, you're going to stick out. You messed up, bruh.
Forget. Just because Vitaly's famous doesn't mean they're going to be giving him special treatment.
Exactly.
Either. He's going to get the exact same meals as every other inmate.
Yep.
3 meals a day for 70 pesos, which is roughly around $1.22 USD, and there's no exception. This is honestly what happens when you clout chase at the expense of other people, humiliating them and an entire country all at once. You should have thought this through before doing any of this. Now, let's talk about his mental condition and stability, because he's about to get wrecked. 1. Vitaly's likely coming off whatever substance or stimulants he was taking, whether it was party drugs or other things, so he's going to have withdrawals. And being stuck in a place like this, it's going to hit him 10 times harder. 2. No more steroids. Whatever he has in his body is going to dissipate over time, and when your body suddenly loses synthetic testosterone, your natural hormone levels tank. That alone can trigger severe depression, anxiety, mood swings, and even suicidal thoughts. 3. The condition of the prisons, like I said, is not a little
Make sure you subscribe to Slop Lord, man, because he is legit giving some knowledge right now. Yeah. Informational facts. Facts that we need to know. Yeah.
Soft Western prison where the inmates get some sort of human rights. This is the Philippines. You know they're way harder on their inmates than any prison Vitaly's ever been to in the States. So that's something he's definitely not used to. And lastly, to really shove that dagger deeper up his ass, you add the fact that there's no telling when his trial will start. He doesn't know if he'll ever get to leave, and stuff like that really messes with a man's mind. When there's no finish line to fix your eyes on, panic turns into hopelessness. So all of this added together, you just know Vitaly's having an absolute mental breakdown in prison right now. He really thought he was gonna come into the Philippines, disrespect the people and the entire nation, and then just get away with it like all those other nuisance streamers. I guarantee he wishes he never stepped in the Philippines and tried to pull off these tasteless pranks. And I say this is a pretty big win for everyone, because now maybe this entire wave of clown IRL streamers who just want to harass people nonstop for views are going to get a little wake-up call seeing Vitaly get his life thrown away. Anyways, that's enough of this jabroni. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you. This was a great video. Very informational. Like, legitimately. You screwed up. Now you gotta lay in the bed that you made. You ruined your life. And it's things like this that needs to happen in order for change to come. I bet you nobody gonna be going to the Philippines streaming and being disrespectful no more, because they're gonna be like, look what happened to Vitaly. Might happen to me, it's over. And this is just a lesson to be learned. If you go to another person's house, respect their house, respect their yard, respect the people, because this can happen to you if you are disrespectful. And of course, I mean, by somebody's house, I mean the Philippines. Respect the Filipinos and just be nice. Be nice, be a good human. It's not hard to be a good human. Some people just like to be bad for content, I guess. I don't know what, I mean, yeah, he was obviously on something. His brain was cooked. He's fried. Now I bet you he is filled with a lot of regret. I would just apologize. I would beg for mercy and beg for forgiveness, but it's probably too late for you. It's probably too late for you, dude. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to Slop Lord. Thank you for the great content. But Yeah, this has been another The Rage and the Worst Reaction. Peace. Yeet.